Hello and welcome back to our coding journey. In today's tutorial, we are diving into another exciting episode of our series. If you're joining us for the first time, I highly recommend checking out the previous parts of this tutorial. It's like reading the earlier chapters of a thrilling book. It gives you the full story and you will pick up some valuable skills along the way. You can clone the starter kit from GitHub. So if you need to pause the video and go back to any of the earlier parts, please do so now. I'll be right here waiting to continue. All right, if you're all catch up, let's jump right in. So today we are going to develop this screen. This is the detail page, detail screen. First, we need to add the Stack Navigator library to our project. So open up your terminal. Make sure you are in the right project directory. And now you can type yarn add at React Navigation stack. All right, let's move to our code editor. And we can go to the app.js. We have to add our stack navigator here. We can type const stack create stack navigator. By calling that, we are constructing a new stack navigator. We have to import that. Okay. Okay, it's time to set up our stack screen function. Let's add the navigator. I'm starting off by defining our home screen within the stack. Then you can duplicate that. And we are adding the detail screen just like before. All right, we have to remove the header. We can type screen options, header shown, false. It's perfect for those times when we want to create a custom header or no header at all for a more immersive use experience. All set, then let's create our detail screen. Let me quickly copy from this. You should rename this. Write the import statement. Right, now we can uncomment this. So let me quickly make this touchable, the main image touchable, so we can navigate through that to the details screen. Change this to touchable opacity. On press, so you can see there is a big touchable effect. So for that, we can add active opacity, and we can pass 0.5 for now. Let's check that. This is also a big effect, so we can reduce that. So 0.9 means 90%, right? So if you want to add 40%, you have to add 0.4. 1 means 100%. So do some changes and see what's best for you. So for now, we are gonna keep 0.8. Let's add the navigation part. Navigation. So I'm gonna add navigation, navigate, and we have to add detail. This name, right? You can paste it here. All right. Smooth and simple navigation with just one line of code. All right, so now we can start developing the detailed screen. This is where users will get to see all the rich details about their chosen movie. I'm setting up the base style for our container. By setting flex 1, we are telling our container to expand and fill all available space on the screen. Then with background color, set to black. Just a couple of lines, but they are the foundation of our screen's design. We will build everything else on top of this. So let's copy and paste some codes. We can copy the back button with the styles and paste it here. We have to bring the styles. Don't worry about the resources, so you can quickly get it from the starter kit. Okay, copy the styles related to back button. Let's add a safe area view. You can comment this section for now, and we can add the background image, the main image. I'm adding image component here. We will pass detail background image as our source. And you have to add resize mode to contain. The style is styles.mainImage, which I'll define in just a moment to make sure our image fits well within the screen. I'm setting a width to 100% and height to 100% for now. So now we are going to wrap this from another view. For that, we can add detail background image area. So I'm going to add a width and a height, and I'm going to add a fixed height. All right, we can add a background color and check. You can change the resize mode to cover and check. Right, we can remove that, and you can adjust the height and check. And then we are gonna copy and paste the gradient sections. We can copy that from the login screen. Yeah. First, we can copy this one and paste it. All right. We can paste it here. Second, we have to bring this one to our detailed screen. And then we have to bring the styles, top gradient and the bottom gradient. Let me quickly import this. Let's navigate. So I can see the top one, but not the bottom one. Did you see that? It means we have to change the style a bit. Let's do some changes to the styles. Let's make it 140. Okay, we can keep 250 for now. You can add a sample text and see like this. So we have to wrap our text in a view component. Let's add the view component. We can say main image bottom section. Make it red. Add the text component and the styles. Now we have to fetch the text from our JSON. Let's do that. We assign the object to the data variable. App, header, title. Okay. So we can add data, meaning the app object. After that, we can add header and the title. Let me quickly add a small padding here. Remove the background color. Make it 20, 30. So now we have to copy the genres section. Okay, let's copy this. Right, and we have to paste it. And paste it here. You can add that component here. Let's quickly bring the styles. Let's add a background color. We are going to bring the wrapper as well, the section wrapper. We can paste that here without this. And now we can bring the styles. Paste it here. All right. Next, we have to relook at the styles. We're going to remove the justify content. And then add a minus margin. All right, looks good. You have to remove the background color. Okay, next we have to bring the ratings section. Let's copy and paste this. Bring the component as well. And we are going to bring the styles now. Copy this. And paste it here. Bring the number. And the styles. rating section style. Paste it here. You have to wrap this. Okay, we have to keep this number under the rating section. Position it correctly. We can reduce the size a bit. Change this to 17. Next, we can add the add button with the safe area view. Okay, to solve this issue, we have to wrap this in a view component. You can name it BG cover, means background cover. The style for the BG cover, make the position absolute, the width to 100%. We have to send this to backward, otherwise we can't see the back button. All right. We don't need the back text opacity in here. Okay, we have to position this correctly. So we will add a margin top. Let's make it 250. All right, that's fine. And now we have to add the summary text here. So let's quickly add that. We can add the text component. This will display our movie's summary. Change this to summary. You can add the style and make it description text. Now we are going to wrap this in a view component, and then we can position it correctly. Let me add a background color. So we are giving it a margin of 10 and a bit more space at the top with a margin top of 20 for now. Let me change the font size a bit. And remove the background color. You can change this to a subtle color like this. Set the margin top of 30 to ensure it doesn't feel cramped. You change this to 60. And next we have to add our watch now button. So let's add that. Duplicate this. So the wrapper is the main area for the button. And we have to add another view. And this should be the button, the yellow color button. And we have to add the text as well. You can type watch now. All right, so next we have to do the styling. Watch now button area. This is going to be our call to action section. This should be positioned dead center, but for now I'm adding width at 100% to align with our design principles. Add a background color for now. I'm setting width and a height to create a pill-shaped button. And I'm adding the button color, the background color. You also have to add this color. You can add a justify content center and align item center. Add a border radius. Okay, let's bring the text to the center and justify content center, align items center. You can adjust the width of the button. Make it black. And next we have to customize the font. We can add a font size and we can change it. And a font weight that should be bold. So let's remove the background color. Add a small margin from top. And next we have to add the cast section. Let's duplicate this. And do the changes to the style names. Okay, collect these tiles and we can paste it. We can paste it here. Okay, let's add a width of 100% and a height and we can add a background color. And add a small margin top. So we are going to add a margin for the text section. So increase the height of the cast area. This is the main area. Okay, change this to cast. Okay, copy and paste the text styles and we can change that to white. Remove the background color. Let's bring our cast to the forefront. For that, I'm placing a flat list here, which is a performant way to render a list in React Native. So now I'm going to add the data prop here. And the data prop is hooked up to data cast. Okay, let's add that. And we're setting the horizontal prop to true to create a horizontal scrolling cast list. And we have to add the render item. So in here, we can get one cast as our element. For the rendering logic, inside the render item prop, I'm setting up a function. And that will determine the image to display. So first I can initialize the image name. We need IDs. So let me quickly add the IDs. All right. The function will determine the image to display based on the cast member's ID. It's a simple if statement block that assigns the correct image to each cast member. Let me quickly duplicate this. And we have to change the image name based on their IDs. And for each item in our cast list, we are returning a view. Let's add a unique key to this. This will contain our image component where the source is the image name determined by the preceding logic, and we are using resize mode contain to ensure the images fit well within our layout. Sorry, have to change this to mode. We can paste the style names. For each of our cast pictures, we need to create a well-defined space. So I'm adding a width. We are allowing the image to fill the width of its container by setting width to 100%. And add a minus margin. And we have to bring this to the center. You can add a justify content center and align items center. And you have to add a margin from right. Okay, now position it correctly. We can make it 10. So now we have to bring this flat list section out of the cast text area. Change this to a left. So we can define a specific height to the cast picture area. You don't have to worry about the text cast names because the images are coming with the cast names. Let's change this width a bit. The size ensures that each cast member image is large enough to be recognized, but not so large. All right, let's make this a touchable one. Change this to touchable opacity. And you can add active opacity. And now we have to add the navigation to the back button. So let's add that. Navigation. On press. Navigation. Dot. We can use the go back function. All right, the back button is fine. And now I'm gonna add the play button. So we can paste it. Right, this should be the play button area. Paste it here. Let's make the position absolute in our play button area. Set a play button a size, width, and a height. And now we can bring that to the center. Justify content center. Align items center. So this play button is a touchable element, so we have to change it to touchable opacity. And then we can give a active opacity as well. All right, that wraps up our session on creating the detailed screen of our PhotoPlay app. We started with a solid black background, added an immersive banner image, and then laid it with gradients for that cinematic touch. The Watch Now button is now a standout feature, inviting users to dive right into watching their chosen movie. And of course, we can't forget about the cast list we made scrollable, showcasing the stars of the film. And don't forget to review the code we have written today and experiment with styling and layout to make it your own. All the resources and the starter kit will be available for download. You can clone that. And thank you for coding along with me. Make sure to hit the like button if you found this tutorial helpful, and subscribe to the channel for more app development content. If you have any questions or suggestions for what you'd like to see next, drop a comment down below. Happy coding, and I'll see you in the next video.